Hey everyone, welcome back to a sim racing experience. My name's Jose. I'm a sim racer here in Miami, and a whole lot has been going on kind of behind the scenes on what I've been doing to get involved, just to get more involved with sim racing. And now that I've been kind of doing this for 8 months now, or a little bit over 8 months actually, it all just kind of started out as an idea to just post more content. And it very quickly, as I've mentioned before, became more than that. I really wanted to have a reason as to why I was posting this content, and to use this platform, to use all this equipment to do something where I could at least feel that I was attempting to make a difference. And the difference that I wanted to make was destigmatizing mental health, dealing with my own mental health issues for nearly 20 something years, and just coming to terms with it over the last several years. It's become very important to me. The responsibility that we have to ourselves to make sure that we're keeping our mental health where it needs to be. And when I started the whole sim racing thing, that I started seeing the benefits out of it, I really wanted to continue putting that message out there. And a few days ago, I posted on Facebook about how sometimes it's very difficult for me to find the words, or if I'm driving or streaming, I'm so hyper focused on the driving that, in all honesty, sometimes it's hard to come up with the words, or just come up with whatever it is that I want to say, so that we can continue to put that message out there. Just because I don't talk on camera all the time doesn't mean that the message stops. And that's kind of what's been going on behind the scenes. Now, I've been very fortunate to start working with sponsors doing this whole thing with sim racing. And I knew that reaching out to, it's a company called Abruzzi. I'm sure if you've seen sim racing content before, you've seen them on so many channels, and I definitely, that's how I found out about them. And when I started doing content, I wanted to position myself in a way where I could do something to help the industry. And again, if I could do something to help the industry, I mean, it was just gonna make me feel very good about what I was doing. And it very quickly also became evident that it was no longer a game. We were trying to produce something from it. It obviously became a business venture for me as well, just rolling off my production company. So it definitely gave me the ability to do what I wanted to do, which again, keep putting the message out there. I knew that going to Abruzzi, it was going to be a very easy process in terms of getting my branding on the gear. And for me, getting the branding on the gear was a few things. Living out just kind of a childhood dream of just having my own custom gear. I grew up watching racing drivers, and every driver I ever saw, they all had their sponsors and all that stuff. And even my karting suit from 20 years ago, my dad's suit right here from years ago. Hot Wheels just fell. What is this? Ford Mustang GT that my buddy gave to me. So I knew that reaching out to them, I was going to be able to get my gear all custom made, and it was going to help me just continue to put that message out there while I was doing my streaming. Now I have a dedicated camera on the boots. And speaking of the boots, I tried on, I think it was like 4 or 5 pairs, and they were all from the big name brands, and I just couldn't find anything that was very comfortable at the time. And I was using my dad's old Diodoras that Senna used to wear, and it's a 25-year-old boot that wasn't even mine. It was just my dad's, and he just had given them to me because he wasn't using them anymore. But the sole was very thin on the bottom, which was very important to me because I was able to feel the pedal a lot more. The good thing with these boots, they're thin, but they also have grip, so there's no chance that you're going to be slipping around with the pedal. You're going to feel the pedal exactly where it's at, and it's very easy to, you have the support up here as well, so the boot doesn't move. So at least for me, I'm able to feel the pedal and I'm able to modulate a lot more. So if I'm looking at the brake trace or the throttle trace, I can create very smooth lines if I need to. There's also the whole idea of putting them on and off every time I want to get on the sim. Before I started on this set of pedals, I was using a set that I was pretty comfortable just with socks. And when I started using these, I knew that I needed to have boots on, and it became not really annoying, but it just became a process every morning, putting them on and having to do up the laces, having to do 2 Velcro straps. They go through a hoop, so it was just a process every single morning, and I would end up leaving them on just because I'd be either on the computer doing work or on the simulator doing something. So it was just a matter of, I'm just gonna leave them on, and it was just much more comfortable that way. Now with these, I'm able to just take the laces and you can just tighten them. There's enough space in here, and I can just tighten this nice and snug, and I have no problem wearing them the entire day and walking around the house all day with them. There's really no issue. Same thing with the gloves. The gloves, they have plenty of grip. They're super comfortable to slide on and off. They don't snag or anything. And I went with the option to have the seam on the outside, just because with that, it's just a lot smoother on the inside, and to me, it's just a lot more comfortable. And also with having the seam on the outside, the the seams, they won't rub up on my skin while I'm driving. Another big reason that I wanted to go with the Abruzzi was because all these other big name brands, they're already out there, they're already doing their thing, and I wanted to show some support for a company that's coming in now and doing this specifically for sim racing, specifically for sim racers. They're also heavily into the karting field, so if anybody's into karting, the boots, they work just as well for karting. I hope to be able to go out one day and run some laps out either at Homestead or Sebring or wherever it is, and I'll be able to go out there and use them and show them off a little bit. So it's super exciting to be able to work with the Abruzzi. It's a great relationship, and again, they're doing this specifically for us. So you talking to them, they understand. I think that they understand much better than a huge marketing department at a huge company. They're still a company that they have a much more human feel than any other company that I've dealt with, and I look at that as a business owner. So being able to talk to them directly, being able to talk to the designer directly, it's very easy to kind of take that dream of yours and put it into reality. And I'll tell you, when I had my parents in front of me actually when I opened up the box, and when I opened up the box and saw the gloves and the boots, and I mean, I just felt like a 5-year-old kid again, just like the day that my dad gave me my helmet, and it was just super exciting to get that. And yeah, I mean, again, I can't say it enough how exciting it is to be able to continue doing all of this, and I look forward to seeing you guys on track, whether it's virtual or one day on a real track. And I'll see you in the next one. See you later.